Hey guys, welcome back. So we last left off at the global and local scope that we were discussing. There is something else about Python that genuinely interested me, and I have 100 videos to cover as I will keep repeating in every video. Um, One of the very interesting things about Python that I learned while going through a book, and not the Python data structures and algorithms book, this was just something I learned while I was skimming the internet, was that how you can use a string or a variable inside of a, you can say, inside of a print statement without using string concatenation. Like, here's what I mean. For example, if I have a word that says language, right? Okay, and I want to print it. Now the most obviously, now if it's a word that is, for example, now let's just change it to Python. If this is a word that is to be used in the middle, one of the many things we can do is this is, and then you can do this plus word plus language, right? Which is like, this is Python language. Okay, you understand what I mean. Okay, I forgot to give a space, but anyways, so you understand what I mean. This is one way to do it, right? But there is another way to do it in Python, which is also very interesting. And instead of using this, you use the f. There's this thing called where you use f, and instead of using plus and using this concatenation string concept, you just put it in curly braces, and it will treat it as a string inside of a string inside of a word. And this is how it works. See, it did not give me any error, it just printed it. And I also read that it only works for versions of Python that are above 3.6. So if you're not using something, if you're not, I'm sorry, if you're not using 3.6, if you're using 3.5 or 2 point something, you'll have to use the format code function. And how do you use, actually these things are called f strings. And now we'll look into the format code stuff. How do you do the format code stuff? You simply remove this f, okay, and instead of giving this variable inside, you just give empty braces, and here you will just add dot format, and in your brackets you'll write your variable. And this is also supposed to give you, see, it's giving you, this is Python language. So these are the many ways you can, I guess, use strings inside of a print statement, strings inside of a string, also called the f strings. And this thing that we use, this format thing, it's used for versions below 3.6. And then obviously we have the classic concatenation of a string method. But I found this word format function and this f string concept very interesting, and I thought I should make a video on it for those who do not know, or who haven't, who are just strictly following a book, because I'm trying to cover as much as I can, not just from the book but outside of the book as well. And I found this really interesting. With that being said, we are done with yet another video, and it also makes me very glad how short these videos are. And I realize with time they'll get longer, but for now, thank you, and we'll see you in the next video.